Back in October, the Cardinals dominated their first matchup against the Seahawks. Can Seattle even the score? Find out next.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks. Time for that offense and quarterback Russell Wilson to go to work.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. Threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Now Wilson on first down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. It's caught, Lockett. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 18 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is incomplete.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Wilson. Oh, he tries to give it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. throwing to start the drive. Murray. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. This is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now it's Carson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
And the drive starts with a completion, left side. Touchdown, Seahawks. Colby Parkinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Myers connects on the PAT. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here's Rodgers to return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard. After a gain of 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. And that is taken in by Njoku. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. To throw, it's Murray. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
On third down, Johnson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now remember, these two teams met in Glendale earlier in the season with the Cards coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. Now Murray off play action. Out to his left. Murray has the first down and more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. These two teams all tied after one. Play fake. Murray. Sliding out of the pocket. And complete right side to Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Forced out to his left. And Cook has it, left side. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. They fake the handoff, now Murray. He'll buy some time right. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. They run. It's Johnson. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now Murray. He's got it. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Here's Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Prater on to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe you go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get in the ball. We'll see if they can do it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. On third down, Wilson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same
touchdown. And that's caught at the 2. Rondale Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now 21-7. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter. They're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. On 2nd and 10, Wilson over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. On the return, it's Rodgers. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Murray. Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it. It helped pop that ball free.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Murray now. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Throwing again, Murray. He gets it left side to Johnson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now a dump off here complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 15-yard line. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
But that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Chris Carson trotting back out there. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy, and they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacted the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
A final shot before half for Murray. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. So we reach halftime. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
From the 29, Murray. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Shotgun now for Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on fourth down. Murray and company going for it on fourth. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Play action. Now it's Murray. They'll roll him out right. It's complete to Cook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Let's do this.
A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Murray again. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. And now they're in the hurry-up. To throw again on second down. Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jordan Brooks gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing. Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
From the gun on third down, Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cards take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, for Chris Carson, I mean, he is a powerfully built back, and using that size and strength there to good advantage as he shakes free of a would-be tackler.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Eric Armstead make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
After the sack on first down, Wilson, and his throw is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
So Wilson heads to the sideline, and on comes Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. And Myers able to knock it through, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Man, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And the numbers show it, low involvement early. But since he's been involved, it's been a good thing for this offense.
Indeed it has, and when you're able to finally get him going, get him fully integrated into the offense, things feel a whole lot better for your team. It expands everything that they do trying to move the football.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Play fake. Murray. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, they'll throw with Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. Flush to his right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Murray from midfield. Steps away to his left. Going deep for Hopkins. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Murray. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Rodgers on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a three-possession fourth quarter lead. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty. Yeah,
no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's got some space here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped. Inside the 40.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Murray. And Cook has it, left side. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 3rd down, it's Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here we go with Johnson. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To throw, it's Murray. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Cook stripped, the ball's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here's Rodgers to return. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the Arizona offense about set to take over.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very...
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. Play action, it's Murray. Rolling to his right. And complete, right side to Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Murray sets to throw on 4th. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out. And this will go out of bounds, so they will lose yards on the play. And on 4th down, of course, it'll be a turnover on downs. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
So 4th down, Wilson goes to the sidelines, and on comes Jason Myers for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Myers' kick is good. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. Rodgers on the return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Back to throw. Murray sliding out of the pocket. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Get ready.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to get up the first down. Now Johnson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
Yeah, baby.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Murray to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Hopkins on the grab over the middle.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Murray. He'll buy some time right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Play action. Now it's Murray eluding the pressure, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So Wilson and the Seahawks down by 15. 27 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Arizona, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel it envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. Hey, I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Whole squad in the field, yeah, we tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. If you looking for me, you know where to find me. I leave you dusted, I leave you behind me. I flip the switch from 0 to 90. If you do too much, I'ma do the almighty. You know I got it, you know I'm a legend. You know I'm the one, I do not come in second. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more.